Bandeham Shri Guru Shiyata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Rana Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Sha Om Jnana Timaranda Sha Gyanachana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gaurva Bhishtam Supurakam Guruganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Vedanepanam Shri Rupa Patanagam Govindamidam Ujwalam Bharatanam Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shah Divyat Bhagavat Premno Ebija Pranam Devam Divyatanum Suchana Baranam Balarka Shailanshitam Sandrananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairagya Vidyambunim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Banditam Shubhanam Madeka Sharanam Nyashishwara Shidaram Vanshikopatarubhyasya Kripasindubhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami with translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is Antya-lila chapter 12. The loving dealings between Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Jagadananda Pandit. Capítulo 12 de Antya-lila. Okay. Shruyatam, shruyatam nityam, giyatam, giyatam muda, chintyatam, chintyatam bhaktas, Chaitanya Charitamritam. O devotees, may the transcendental life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always be heard, chanted, and meditated upon with great happiness. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Doyamoy Jaya Jaya Nityananda Kripa Sindhu Joy. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is all merciful. All glories to Nityananda Prabhu, who is an ocean of mercy. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Karuna Sagar Jaya Gora Bhaktagan Kripa Purnantar. All glories to Sri Advaita Charya, who is also an ocean of mercy. All glories to all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose hearts are always filled with mercy. Atapara Mahaprabhur Vishana Antar Krishnara Viyogada Dasha Svura Nirantar. The mind of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always morose because of a continuously manifested feeling of separation from Krishna. The mind of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always morose because of a continuously manifested feeling of separation from Krishna. Ha ha Krishna Prananat Brajendra Nandan Kahan Jan Kahan Pan Murali Badan. The Lord would cry, O my Lord Krishna, my life and soul, O son of Maharaj Nanda, where shall I go? Where shall I attain you? O Lord, who plays with your flute to your mouth. So he's crying out, where can I go? How can I find you? Ratri dine dashashvasti nahimane kashte ratri gonaya swarup ramananda sane. This was his situation day and night. Unable to find peace of mind, he passed his nights with great difficulty in the company of Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Rai. Eta Gaura Deshe Prabhur Jata Bhaktagan Prabhu deki bare sabe korela gaman. Meanwhile, the devotees journeyed from their homes in Bengal to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sivananda Sena ar Acharya Gosai, Navadipe Sabhakta Hoila Ektai, headed by Sivananda Sena, Advaita Acharya and others. All the devotees assembled in Navadip, Kolina Gram, Basi Ara Jatakanda Basi, Ekatra Mililas Sab Navadip Eashi. The inhabitants of Kolinagram and Kanda village also assembled at Navadip. Nityananda Prabhu Jajapi Agyanai Tatapi Dekite Chalin Chaitanya Gosai. Because Nityananda Prabhu was preaching in Bengal, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had ordered him not to come to Jagannath Puri. That year, however, he went with the rest of the party to see the Lord. Srivasadi Charibai Sangete Malini Acharya Ratner Sangetahar Grihini. Srivastakar was also there with his 3 brothers and his wife Malini. Acharya Ratna was similarly accompanied by his wife. Sivananda Patni Chale Teen Putraloya Raghava Pandit Chale Jali Sajjaya. The wife of Sivananda Sena also came along with their 3 sons. Raghava Pandit joined them carrying his famous bags of food. It was prepared by his sister Damayanti. Datta Gupta Vidyanidhi Arajata Jan Duitin Shatabhakta Korila Gaman. Vasudeva Datta, Murari Gupta, Vidyanidhi, and many other devotees went to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Altogether, they numbered 200 or 300. Sachimata Deki Sabe Tara Agya Loya Anande Chalila Krishna Kirtana Koriya. The devotees first saw Sachimata and took her permission. Then in great happiness they started for Jagannath Puri, congregationally chanting the holy name of the Lord. So the devotees formed the traveling party to go to Jagannath Puri under the direction of Sivananda Sena. And they went to see Sachimata, Mahaprabhu's mother, in order to take her permission, go to see Mahaprabhu. They do this out of respect for Sachimata. Sivananda Sen Kore Gati Samadan Sabare Palana Kore Suke Janajan. Sivananda Sen managed the payment of tolls at different places, maintaining everyone. He guided all the devotees in great happiness. Sabar Sab Karya Koran Denavashastan Sivananda Jane Udiya Patera Sandan. Sivananda Sen took care of everyone and gave each devotee places to stay. He knew all the paths leading to Orissa. Ek din sab lok Gatijale Rakila Sab Chadaya Sivananda Ekala Rohila. One day when the party was being checked by a toll collector, the devotees were allowed to pass and Sivananda Sen remained behind alone to pay the taxes. Sabegiya Rohila Grama Bitara Brikatale Sivananda Vina Vasha Stananahi Mile. The party went into a village and waited beneath a tree because no one but Sivananda Sena could arrange for the residential quarters. But Sivananda Sena's delayed, arguing about how much the toll collector is going to charge for their party to go. The lands, they're passing over privately owned land, and in order to maintain the roads and everything, the persons who own the land, they collect from traveling parties as part of the maintenance. So in this case, Sivananda Sena's leading a group of hundreds of people, so they want to charge him maybe more than he felt was necessary, but he's staying behind to negotiate the price. In the meantime, the party gets to the town because the toll is at the beginning of the extension of land, and the group with Nityananda Prabhu go into the town, and they're waiting for Sivananda Sena, who's delayed because he's arguing with the toll collector. Nityananda Prabhu Bhakke Vyakulahaya Sivanande Galipade Bhashanapaya. Nityananda Prabhu, meanwhile, became very hungry and upset. Because he had not yet obtained a suitable residence, he began calling Sivananda Sena ill names. Teen Putra Maruka Shivar Ekanana Aila Bhakke More Genu More Mashana Deo Jaila. Sivananda Sena has not arranged for my residence, he complained, and I am so hungry I could die. Because he has not come, I curse his 3 sons to die. So, Nityananda Prabhu is known as Asutosh, means he's very easily angered and he's easily pleased also. So he's uttering this curse. He's not serious about this, but he says, I'm so hungry I could die, so I curse Sivananda's 3 sons to die. Sivananda Sena has not arranged for my residence, he complained, and I am so hungry I could die. Because he has not come, I curse his 3 sons to die. Shuni Sivananda Patni Kandite Lagila Henakale Sivananda Gati Hoiti Aina. Hearing this curse, Sivananda Sena's wife began to cry. Just then, Sivananda returned from the toll station. So she's very upset, and she'll tell her husband, Nityananda Prabhu cursed our sons to die. So, little drama. Sivananda Patni Tare Kohena Kandiya Putre Shap Dichena Gosai Vashanapaya. Crying, his wife informed him, Lord Nityananda has cursed our sons to die because his quarters have not been provided. Teho kohe bole kene maris kandiya maruka maratin putra tara balailoya. Sivananda Sena replied, You crazy woman, why are you needlessly crying? Let my 3 sons die for all the inconvenience we have caused Nityananda Prabhu. Sometimes one just makes some, drama, and he'll say to somebody, where were you at the program last night? You weren't there. And then the person says, this is not good. This is very bad. And then the person says, but I was at the program. So, Eta bole Prabhu pashe gela Sivananda utetare lati maila Prabhu Nityananda. After saying that, Sivananda Sena went to Nityananda Prabhu, who then stood up and kicked him. Anandita hoila shivai parapraharpaya shigra vashagara koila godagaregia. Very pleased at being kicked, Sivananda Sena quickly arranged for a milkman's house to be the Lord's residence. So there's a song about Nityananda Prabhu. I'm sure it was chanted yesterday, and when Mada Maharaj chanted many songs about Nityananda, and it says, it's a very beautiful song, but I always remember Nityananda and his anger, but at the same time, says, Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Bedai. A great personality, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, is free from anger and full of transcendental ecstasy. He wanders throughout the towns free from false pride and arrogance. Then it says, Adama Patita Jiva Dware Dware Giya Harinam Mahamantra Dena Bilaiya. He travels from door to door to the homes of the fallen souls freely, distributing the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Jaradeki Tarikohe Dante Trinakori Amari Kiniya Loho Bhajagora Hari. With straw between his teeth, he begs all who cross his path, worship Lord Gaurahari and you will purchase me. So, here, Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Akroda, he's free from anger. But he, so many things happen, and like when Nityananda was growing, when he was a boy, he used to engage all the other children engage in doing so many transcendental pastimes. They would make plays and all about the Krishna Lila and Ram Lila, and nobody knew how does this boy know all these things? He directs these elaborate plays and he's in them, and where's he have all this knowledge of what happened in these pastimes? Of course, he's the Lord himself, and he was in those pastimes, but he's doing part of acting with all the other children, enacting the Krishna Lila, the Ram Lila. So at the same time here in the Lila with Sivananda Sena, there's a little acting going on. It's a little drama. As it said here, Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. He's actually free from anger. So when he kicks Sivananda Sena, Sivananda is actually very pleased by being kicked by the Lord. Anandito hoila shivai para praharpaya shigrava shagara koila godagaragiya. Very pleased at being kicked, Sivananda Sena quickly arranged for a milkman's house to be the Lord's residence. Charane dariya prabore vashaya loya gela vashadiya rishta haya kohite lagila. Sivananda Sena touched the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu and led him to his residence. After giving the Lord his quarters, Sivananda Sena, being very pleased, spoke as follows. Ajimora Britya Kori Angikara Koila Jaimana Aparada Brityara Jogya Faladila. Today you have accepted me as your servant and have properly punished me for my offense. Shasti Chale Kripakora Etomara Karuna Trijagate Tomar Charitra Buje Kunjana. My dear Lord, you're chastising me as your causeless mercy. Who within the three worlds can understand your real character? Now, if Nityananda Prabhu was really serious and he cursed somebody, that person would die. But he cursed the three sons of Sivananda Sena and Sivananda Sena's wife. she's very much aggrieved. She's crying. And then Sivananda Sena comes from the toll collector. Oh, Nityananda has cursed our three sons to die. Brahmara Durlava Tomar Sri Charana Renu Hena Charana Sparsha Paila Mora Arama Tanu. The dust of your lotus feet is not attainable even by Lord Brahma, yet your lotus feet have touched my wretched body. Even Lord Brahma can't get Nityananda's lotus feet, but Sivananda Sena says, but your lotus feet have touched my wretched body, because he kicked him, because Nityananda kicked him. Ajimora Safala Hoila Janma Kula Karma Ajibainu Krishna Bhakti Artha Kama Dharma. Today my birth and family and my activities have all become successful. Today I have achieved the fulfillment of religious principles, economic development, satisfaction of the senses, and ultimately devotional service to the Lord. So today I've gotten Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. I've gotten everything, I've gotten everything from you just by being kicked by the Lord. I've gotten everything. I achieved the fulfillment of religious principles, economic development, satisfaction of the senses, and ultimately liberation, or in this case, liberation means devotional entrance into devotional service to the Lord. So he's saying, this is what I got by being kicked by you. Shuni Nityananda Prabhu Rananditaman Uti Shivananda Koila Prema Alingan. When Lord Nityananda heard this, he was very happy. He rose and embraced Sivananda Sena in great love. So he's easily pleased, he's easily angered, but even if he's angry, then... I remember once I was who was before Krishna Sharan, was Aranya Maharaj, and when I was with Aranya Maharaj, he was angry. He is like that. He could become angry very quickly, but at the same time, he was angry, and he scolded me. He was very angry. And I said to him, you can do whatever you want. You may be angry, but you're always always I will see you as like my father. And he didn't understand so much English, and he was already angry, and he said, what did he say? Like that. And then one of the devotees said, you may be angry, but he will always see you as his bop, as his father. See you as his father. And he was very angry, and then he said, oh, very nice, very nice. I really liked him. Anandita Shivananda Kore Samadan Acharjare Vaishnavere Dilavasastan. Being very much pleased by Nityananda Prabhu's behavior, Sivananda Sena began to arrange residential quarters for all the Vaishnavas, headed by Advaitacharya. Nityananda Prabhu Sab Charitra Viparita Krudahoya Late Mari Kore Tarahita. One of Sri Nityananda Prabhu's characteristics is his contradictory nature. When he became angry and kicks someone, it is actually for his benefit. Yes. Who would not want to be kicked by Lord Nityananda? Sivananda Bhagina Srikanta Senanam Mamara Agochare Kohe Kore Abhiman. Sivananda Sena's nephew, Srikanta, a son of his sister, felt offended, and he commented on the matter when his uncle was absent. So Sivananda Sena's nephew is Srikanta, and he was very upset that Nityananda had kicked his uncle. Chaitanya Parishad Mora Matulera Kyati Takorali Koran Gosai Tare Marilati. My uncle is well known as one of the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but Lord Nityananda Prabhu asserts his superiority by kicking him. Eta bole Srikanta Balak Age Chale Jana Sangachadi Age Gela Mahaprabhu Rastana. After saying that, Srikant, who was only a boy, left the group and traveled on alone to the residence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu's in Puri, and they're traveling from Bengal to Puri. It's a long way. So I don't know where this happened, but apparently not so far from Puri this happened. And Srikant, who's the nephew of Sivananda Sena, was very disturbed by seeing his uncle kicked by Nityananda. He said, this Nityananda Prabhu, he may be the Lord's associate, but why is he kicking my uncle, who is one of the intimate associates of Mahaprabhu, but why is Nityananda kicking him? So then he left the party, and he traveled by himself to Jagannath Puri. So he went in haste, and he gets there before the group comes there. Pitangi Gaya Kore Dandavat Namaskar Govinda Kohe Srikanta Age Pitangi Uttar. When Srikanta offered obeisances to the Lord, he was still wearing his shirt and coat. Therefore, Govinda told him, my dear Srikanta, first take off these garments. One is forbidden to enter the deity room or offer anything to the deity wearing a shirt or coat. This is one of the regulations. Hey, you're wearing a shirt. You too.
Wear shirts, huh? Okay.
No, that's okay. And traditionally, the consideration is one is not supposed to wear any sewn garments above the waist, so the devotees wear chaddars. But for a long time, we're not following that strictness of that regulation. But that was the consideration during this time. Now, Srikant wasn't before the deities, but comes before Mahaprabhu. So he still has a shirt on. And then Govinda, Mahaprabhu's servant, tells him, why are you offering a dandavats to the Lord still wearing a sewn shirt? And it's like there's more formal considerations at that time. When Srikanta offered obeisance to the Lord, he was still wearing his shirt and coat. Therefore, Govinda told him, my dear Srikant, first take off these garments. One is forbidden to enter the deity room or offer anything to the deity while wearing a shirt or coat. In the Tantras it is said, see, it's the Tantras. We're not following the Tantras, so like all the rules and regulations. If you follow all the rules and regulations, you'll lose your mind. Vastrena, I shouldn't say that, but anyway. Vastrena avrita dehas tuyo nara paramedarim svitri bhavati madhu mudhatma sapta janmani bhavani. Anyone who offers respects or obeisance to the deity while wearing garments on the upper portion of his body is condemned to be a leper for 7 births. But we have many men and women offering to the Lord, and we don't want to encourage people to not wear clothes. Prabhu kohe Shrikanta si ache paya manodu kichuna bolia karuka chate iharasuk. As Govinda was wearing Shrikant, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Don't bother him. Let Shrikant do whatever he likes, for he has come here in a distressed state of mind." So the Lord, Govinda, Mahaprabhu's servant, says, "Why are you offering obeisance to the Lord still wearing your shirt? You should take it off." But Mahaprabhu says, "Don't bother him. Can't you see he's already disturbed? Don't bother him. Let Shrikant do whatever he likes, for he has come here in a distressed state of mind." Vaishnavera samachar gosai puchila eke sabarnam Shrikanta janaila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired from Shrikant about all the Vaishnavas, and then informed the Lord about them, naming them one after another. Dukapaya asyache e prabhura vakya shuni janila sarvagya prabhu eta anumani. When Shrikant Sen heard the Lord say, he is distressed, he could understand that the Lord is omniscient. So he understands that Mahaprabhu is omniscient, and he already knows why Shrikant's disturbed. So Shivanande Tate Marila Ihana Kohila Eta Sab Vaishnavagan Antya-lila. As he described the Vaishnavas, therefore, he did not mention Lord Nityananda's kicking Sivananda Sena. Meanwhile, all the devotees arrived and went to meet the Lord. So he got there a little before the Lord. He got there a little before the Vaishnavas. Thank you very much. So, but when he heard Mahaprabhu say, don't bother him, he's already distressed, then he thought, then Shrikant Sen thought, well, Mahaprabhu already knows I'm distressed because he's the Lord, he knows everything. So he didn't mention anything about Nityananda Prabhu kicking his uncle. Purvavat Prabhu Koila Sabaramilana Stri Sab Dura Hoite Koila Prabhura Darshana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu received them all just as he had in previous years. The women, however, saw the Lord from a distance. So there's many rules at that time. They're following the scriptures very, very much, and we don't follow those rules, but the women would keep in the back, would keep behind the men. But now all that's changed. The ladies are sometimes in the front dancing and doing and singing the kirtan just with the rest of the devotees. I remember that's one of the ways that England became, Krishna consciousness was given openly in England. First, some sannyasis and brahmacharis were sent there, and they met with some representatives of the royal order, like one person, I forget, Shetland, like some member of the British royalty. They met with him, but they didn't have so much success in bringing Krishna consciousness to England. They met with some important persons, but didn't reach the general populace. And that party consisted of brahmachari, sannyasi and brahmacharis. And so traditional form, but then later Prabhupada, I believe he sent 2 grihasta couples, husband and wife. And they had very much success, because in the Western countries, people don't follow this of just hearing spiritual matters from men. They met with the devotees who were there with their husband and wife, and they could relate very much with that, and they had success, even to the point of reaching the Beatles. So says the Acharya knows how to adjust things according to time and circumstance. So originally there was no adjustment made, but then Srila Prabhupada said he saw that men and women mix very freely in the West. Wasn't so, what's the word? So segregated, or I didn't want to use that word, but it wasn't so segregated, or I would say maybe in a euphemism, so compartmentalized. But, so he set men and women together, husband and wife, and they had success. The Vasagara Purvavat Sabare Deonchaila Mahaprasad Bojane Sabare Bolaila. The Lord again arranged for the residential quarters of all the devotees, and thereafter called them to partake of the remnants of food offered to Lord Jagannath. Sivananda Tin Putre Gosaira Milaila Sivananda Sambande Sabai Bahu Kripa Koila. Sivananda Sen introduced his 3 sons to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because they were his sons, the Lord showed the boys great mercy. Chota Putre Deki Prabhu Namapuchila Paramananda Dash Namas Sena Janaila. Sri Chaitanya asked the youngest son's name, and Sivananda Sen informed the Lord that his name was Paramananda Das. Purve Chabe Sivananda Prabhu Stani Aila Tabe Mahaprabhu Tare Kohite Lagila Ebar Tomar J Hoibe Kumar Puridash Bolinama Daria Tahar. Once before, when Sivananda Sen had visited Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at his residence, the Lord had told him, when this son is born, give him the name Puridas. Sabe Mayera Garbe Hoy Seta Kumar Sivananda Garagela Gele Janma Hoylatar. The son was in the womb of Sivananda's wife, and when Sivananda returned home, the son was born. Prabhu Agyaya Darilanam Paramananda Das Puridas Kore Prabhu Korana Upahas. The child was named Paramananda Das in accordance with the Lord's order, and the Lord jokingly called him Puridas. So there's devotee Paramananda Puri. The Lord calls him Puridas. Sivananda Jabi say Balake Milaila Mahaprabhu Padanagushta Tara Mukedila. When Sivananda Sen introduced the child to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord put his toe in the child's mouth. Sivananda Bhagya Sindhu Ke Pai Bepar Jarasab Goshtike Prabhu Kohe Apanar. No one can cross over the ocean of Sivananda Sen's good fortune, for the Lord considered Sivananda's whole family his own. I remember in the autobiography of Srila Prabhupada, when he went to Pennsylvania, he stayed with one family, and the son of that family, Indian family where Prabhupada stayed when he first got to America. The child, their son, went and was touching and over. He was a young boy, and he came to Srila Prabhupada's feet in his shoes, and was, so the mother was thinking, those shoes have been all over India. What will become of the boy? He's maybe getting some disease from the shoes or something. But here it says Mahaprabhu put his toe in Puri Das's mouth. Sivananda Bhagya Sindhu ke Paibe par Jara Sab Goshtike Prabhu Kohe Apanar. No one can cross over the ocean of Sivananda Sena's good fortune, for the Lord considered Sivananda's whole family his own. Tabe Sab Bhakta Loya Korila Bojan Govindari Agyadila Kori Achaman. The Lord ate lunch in the company of all the devotees, and after washing his hands and mouth, he gave an order to Govinda. Shivananda Prakriti Putra Javad Etaya Amara Abha Sesha Patra Tarajena Paya. As long as Sivananda Sena's wife and children stay in Jagannath Puri, he said, they must be given the remnants of my food. Naryabase Modakatara Nama Parameshwara Modaka Beche Prabhur Bhatira Nikata Taragara. There was a resident of Nadia named Parameshwara, who was a confectioner living near the home of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Balakale Prabhutara Gare Barbar Jana Dugda Kanda Modaka Deya Prabhu Tahakana. Confectioner means that he was a sweet maker. When the Lord was a boy, he would visit the house of Parameshwara Modak again and again. The confectioner would supply the Lord milk and sweetmeats, and the Lord would eat them. So he would go there, and he always knew, since he's a sweet maker, he'll always give him some milk and sweets, and naturally children like that. Somebody always, you go to somebody who always gives you chocolate, then naturally you go see that person every day, and then, oh, do you have any chocolate? That's very normal. So he would go visit Parameshwar again and again. The confectioner would supply the Lord milk and sweetmeats, and the Lord would eat them. Prabhu Vishaye Sneha Tara Bhaktakala Hoite Sevatsara Seho Aila Prabhure Dekite. Parameshwara Modak had been affectionate toward the Lord since his childhood, and he was one of those that came that year to see the Lord at Jagannath Puri. So I remember one year when I was before I living in Mexico, and I hadn't been so much in the United States, but then I began traveling through the United States to go to India and everything, and I went to the house of Sanatani and her son at the time, Shatrugna or Shugi. He was only 3 years old, and he didn't know me. So he would keep a little distance from me, but because he was afraid of me, because he didn't know me. So then Sanatani, bought a big bag of chocolates, and she gave it to me to give to him. I think it was his three-year birthday, and at that time I was not known to him, and he was afraid of me, and I gave him the chocolates. And after that, he became I was his best friend. After that, he was always very happy to see me. Prabhu Vishaye Sneho Tara Balaka Hala Hoite Sevatsara Seho Aila Prabhure Dekite. Parameshwara Modak had been affectionate toward the Lord since his childhood, and he was one of those who came that year to see the Lord at Jagannath Puri. Parameshwara Mui Boli Dandava Koila Tarideki Prabhu Prite Tahara Puchila. When he offered his obeisances to the Lord, he said, "I am the same Parameshwar." Upon seeing him, the Lord asked him questions with great affection. Parameshwara Kushalahao Balo Hoila Aila Mukundara Mata Asiache Seho Prabhure Kohila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Parameshwar, may you be blessed. It is very good that you have come here." Parameshwara then informed the Lord, Mukundara Mata has also come. That's his wife. And then Mukundara Matar Namashuni Prabhu Sankocha Hoila Tatapi Tahara Priti Kichuna Bolila. Hearing the name of Mukundara Mata, Lord Chaitanya hesitated, but because of affection for Parameshwar, he did not say anything. So in those days, Mukundara Mata, his wife, it means the mother of Mukunda, which is apparently his son, and also in the case of who is it? In the cursing of Amoga, there's Amoga, and he's the my memory failing me, but Amoga, he's the look up on your phone, Amoga. There's a whole story about it's Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Amoga is the brother, son-in-law of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and his Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's wife is called what is it? Some Mata is I forget, and his wife has a daughter, and she's called. So they don't. Sometimes they're referred to as the mother of their son or daughter. In this case, it's Mukundara Mata is the mother of Mukunda, but Parameshwar is saying Mukunda Matara. A polite way of saying my wife has also come. But Mahaprabhu is called, at that time he's known as a Virakta sannyasi, very strict sannyasi, and one should not even talk about women in front of him. So but out of affection he knew Parameshwara so well, and Parameshwara, without considering any formality, he just said, "Oh, my wife has also come." But so there was a little hesitation when he said that, because Mahaprabhu's keeping distance from women. What is that? Did you find out the name? Sati Mata. Sati Mata. That's the wife of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. We have a Sati here too. She was here, and she she ran off. Did she run off?
She was just here a second ago.
Huh? Okay. Mukundara Matar Nama Shuni Prabhu Sankocha Hoila Tadapi Tahara Prite Kichuna Bolila. Hearing the name of Mukundara Mata, Lord Chaitanya hesitated, but because of affection for Parameshwar, he did not say anything. A sannyasi is restricted from even hearing a woman's name, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu conducted himself very strictly in his vow. Parameshwar informed the Lord that his wife, Mukundara Mata, had come with him. He should not have mentioned her, and therefore the Lord hesitated for a moment, but due to his affection for Parameshwar, he did not say anything. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had known Parameshwara Modika since his childhood, and therefore Parameshwara did not think twice about informing the Lord of his wife's arrival. So, things in that time is the considerations of what a sannyasi could do or couldn't do is very more strict in the society. So, Prashraya Pagala Shuddha Vaidagdina Chane Antare Suke Hoila Prabhu Tara. Oh, you're going too. Okay.
Sí, tengo que hacer algo. Ya vengo.
Prashraya Pagala Shuddha Vaidagdina Chane Antare Suke Hoila Prabhu Tara Se Gune. As an intimate relationship sometimes makes a person overstep formal etiquette. Thus, Parameshwara actually pleased the Lord in his heart by his simple and affectionate behavior. Purvavat sab loya gunjita marjan arata age purvavat korila martan. All the devotees engaged in the cleansing ceremony for Gundicha temple and danced in front of the Ratha Yatra chariot, just as they had done in the past. All the devotees engaged in the cleansing ceremony of the Gundicha temple and danced in front of the Ratha Yatra chariot, just as they had done in the past. So sometimes people overstep the bounds a little bit. You know, like one time in Guadalajara, one devotee comes to me and he says, I have not been able to conceive a child with my wife, so please bless her so that she. So, and I'm thinking, well, what have I got to do with that so much? But I told him, all right, bring your wife, and then I took some incense and I waved some incense in the air and everything, and pictures, and then said, give me some maha sweet rice, and I gave her some maha sweet rice. So he had asked me to bless, and then she conceived a child, and then after that she conceived another child. So you might say power of suggestion, I don't know, or how it works, but I was thinking when he told me, what can I do about her not conceiving a child? But then I thought, well, I'm not going to explain that to him. I'll just he wants some blessings. Okay, here. But
it worked.
Yeah, it worked. Chaturmasya sab jatra koila darshan malani prabriti prabhure koila nimantran. For 4 consecutive months, the devotees observed all the festivals. The wives, such as Malini, you can sit there in that chair if you want. Oh. Sit in a chair, yeah. For 4 consecutive months, the devotees observed all the festivals. The wives, such as Malini, extended invitations for lunch to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaturmasya sab jatra koila darshan Malani Prabriti Prabhure Koilani Mantran. Malani is the wife of Srivas Thakur. Prabhura Priyanana Dravya Aniache Desha Hoite Se Vyanjana Kore Bika Dena Garabate. From Bengal, the devotees had brought varieties of Bengali food that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu liked. They also cooked various grains and vegetables in their homes and offered them to the Lord. Dine Nana Krida Kore Loya Bhaktagan Ratriye Krishna Vichede Prabhu Korana Rodan. During the day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu engaged in various activities with his devotees, but at night he felt great separation from Krishna and used to cry, E Matanana Lilaya Chaturmasya Gela Godadeshe Jaite Tabe Bhakti Antya-lila. In this way, the Lord spent the 4 months of the rainy season in various pastimes, and then he ordered the Bengali devotees to return to their homes. Sabhakta Koran Mahaprabhu Nimantran Sarva Bhakti Kohen Prabhu Madhura Bachan. All the devotees from Bengal would regularly invite Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for lunch, and the Lord would speak to them in very sweet words. Prativarshe Aisha Sabare Prativarshe Aisha Sabe Amare Dekite Ashite Jaite Duka Pal Bahumate. All of you come to see me every year, the Lord said. To come here and then return must certainly give you great trouble. Because along with their families, they're all coming by foot. They're all walking from Bengal to Jagannath Puri. I don't know, maybe 500 miles they're walking to get there. So he said, all of you come to see me every year, the Lord said. To come here and then return must certainly give you great trouble. Toma Sabar Dukkha Jani Chahi Nishedite Toma Sabar Sangha Sukhe Loba Bore Chite. I would like to forbid you to do this, but I enjoy your company so much that my desire for your association only increases. Nityananda Agya Dilun Gorete Rohite Agya Langi Ailaki Pare Bolite. I ordered Nityananda Prabhu not to leave Bengal, but he has transgressed my order and come to see me. What can I say? So he likes Nityananda to come see him, but he said, I asked him to stay and preach in Bengal because I don't go there. So Mahaprabhu says, I don't go there, and I'm concerned about Bengal, but he comes to see me out of his affection. I'd like it if he didn't take the trouble to come here, but what can I say? So I'll continue tomorrow with Mahaprabhu bidding farewell to all his devotees who are going back to Bengal. Yesterday was Nityananda's appearance day, so a lot of activity happened. So here, just stop for today. You can play card house. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Janavaya Nama Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Janavaya Nama Janavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Janavaya Madhavaya Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Manana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Jagadananda Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghuna Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghuna H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jao Ite Vignana Shabishta Puran H.I. Gosai Jarmui Taradan Kasamar Padarenu Mora Panchagra Kader Janana Sevi Bhakta Saniba Janame Janame Mo Antya-lila H.I. Gosai Jabe Baje Koilabas Radha Krishna Nitya-lila Korila Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriya Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamuda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Haribo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giriraju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Tilak Nehru Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parabhajaka Charyashta Tara Sadashi Shrimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parabhajaka Charya Ashtatara Sadashi Shrimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Prem Se Gaur Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Vishvavarenya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Kushamashra Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Bhima Abhadup Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananti Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Ramayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Kuladip Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Sokel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Shyam Kun Radha Kunda Kalindi Munajo Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Raman Madha Maharaj Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Okay. Alguien